Today's AskReddit post. Women, what surprised you the most the first time you saw or played with a penis? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. How completely floppy and structureless it is when soft. I always want to flop it around like those gel sparkle stress toy tubes from the 90s. Every guy does that with his penis. Hard to do that when you're a grower. My dick is basically a micro penis till it gets hard. Bull skin is constantly moving. Surreal. It's like a moving magic eye painting. I've seen a couple of replies saying this. I never noticed that. I've already texted my friend to see if I can stare at his balls tonight. Let me know how that goes. Tifu incoming. Or maybe just a tiff. I was surprised by the size difference between soft and hard. As a penis owner, I'm sometimes still surprised by not only the difference between soft and hard, but the difference between totally cold water flaccid and soft and half-mast and hard and rock hard. Edit. Yeah, we all saw Seinfeld. What struck me the most was that it's just there, dangling away, all day, every day, just hanging out with its bald buddies. Like, how do you not sit on it? Is it not constantly annoying? Is the satisfaction of unsticking it from your thighs worth the discomfort of it sticking in the first place? As a young male, it's actually hard to sit on your genitals unless you tuck them between your legs. The underwear also help prevent this as well. The main problem is sitting comfortably, hence why most males you see have their legs spread out. Okay, but what about the sticking? And are balls noticeably cooler than the rest of your body? And why the duck are they so soft? Does that serve a function? When's it's hot out, balls be flopping out away from the body. When it's cold though, they are drawn to your internal body heat, like a moth to the flame. How hard they actually get. Same. It's so strange. Dicks operate on the same principle as hydraulics, which power almost all industrial machinery, forklifts, bulldozers, jaws of life, etc. equals O equals D. Can confirm. I'm using dick as forklift. Can confirm. Using a forklift on my dick. Saw a grower, not a shower, and was super impressed by the size when erect compared to flaccid. It's truly fascinating how right? Sometimes, I slowly play with my husband just to see the growing happen. I don't know why it fascinates me so much, but it does. As a man, I admit I've done this many times before. Hey, leave her husband's penis alone. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm holding a penis. I had a similar reaction the first time I got to touch boobs. I have a similar reaction every time I touch boobs still. I mean, you're not wrong. It never gets old. How squishy it is flaccid. Makes me feel queasy when my BF fold bends the ducker as a joke. Really? LOL. Bends dicks 180 degrees. I know it's not painful, but I feel the pain. If it's flaccid, it's like moving around your ear with your hand. If it's hard, it's like bending your nose too far. The veins. My penis is more shredded than my arms. Edit. It was obvious my first gold would be on a weird comment about dicks. Thank you, kind stranger. Have a great day. Funny, since they are getting the exact same amount of exercise. Edit. So long, Reddit. And thanks for all the fish. Dude, that man had a family. Parents and siblings maybe. Definitely had no wife or kids. When he made it move all by itself, it blew my mind. You seen the helicopter? I've seen the helicopter done with hip swung in motion, but are you telling me some can do it purely with brain power? It's exactly that. We just have to think about it real hard and it goes aspinin. Really? Damn. I'm not gonna be bored tonight. I'm gonna learn so many new tricks. D. Balls are hilarious. Edit. I've been on Reddit for 3 years and this is now my most popular comment XD. As a lifelong owner of a pair, yes, balls are indeed hilarious. I can confirm too. Amazing, but agonizing to be hit in, even lightly. Ball injury, throbbing, feel it through your whole abdomen and even your quads. Tip injury, like stubbing your toe, but with your dick. Awful. It can jump on its own, and the throb when it comes. When me and my husband were first dating, I would put peanuts on the tip. Then he would flex it and I would catch them in my mouth, lol. We got really good at it. That's ducking nuts. You win Reddit for today. The first time I saw a dick I honestly thought, no way will that fit inside me. It wasn't huge. I just was very naive about the pounding my vag can handle. You reminded me of, why do people say, grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you wanna be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding. Left double quotation mark. Often misattributed to Betty White. I know Betty didn't say it, but I want Betty to have said it. The penis wasn't all one uniform color, was veiny, and don't even get me started on when I saw the balls. I remember thinking, why are they just hanging like that? Have you ever had a closer, longer look at the balls? It's almost like a lava lamp. Yes, this was the thing that weirded me out the most. How the ball skin moves around so much on its own. I'm a guy and this weirds me out sometimes. Edit. Holy shit, this blew up. My highest voted comment is about my wiggly balls. Awesome lol. Helicopter dick. That shit was wild the first time I saw it. Need to impress a chick? Need to do it real quick? Then pull out your junk. Do the helicopter dick. Oh, I see. A man coming from the loneliest island on the world. Fap 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 fap. The fact that I actually liked the way it looked and still find them aesthetically pleasing. I hear a lot of people talk about how ugly genitals are, and when you're a teenager and first start exploring sex, there were so many of my friends that said penises are ugly. I just kind of believed them. Lived in a very Catholic household, so I didn't watch porn. But when I first saw and touched one, I was just startled by how much I liked the way it looked. I'm the same way with vaginas. People talk about bumping uglies and I'm like, what? I love the way vaginas look, taste, feel, everything. I hate that phrase, bumping uglies. I don't think penises or vaginas are ugly. Why help make kids feel ashamed of what they've got down there? Seriously, it only adds to the internalized body shaming. Counterpoint, if they're all ugly then you can rest assured there's nothing wrong with yours. My girlfriend thought penis had to be hard to go pee. That would absolutely suck. Urinals would look a lot different. It would be like a water gun carnival game racing horses on the track. That would be fun actually. Random fun fact, inserting restrooms. Japan actually has urinal games, using heat detection in the actual urinal where you pee on spots in the urinal that correspond to the game on the screen at your face level, allowing you to shoot stuff down or clean virtual graffiti. You even can bring a USB to keep track of your high scores and see how much you pee each time. Look it up. It's super interesting, and I wish they were international. My ex-girlfriend was shocked to find out that I was able to move it without using my hands. She made me do it for a solid minute the first time because she found it so amusing. Haha, same here. Look at it bouncing. What? How? What surprised me most is that a man can be horny without being hard, or can be hard without being horny. Most of the time it's in sync, but sometimes the state of the cock does not represent the state of the owner. Edit. Thanks for the awards, upvotes and all your comments. I'll try to upvote it and read them all. Never thought this would blow up this much. It's just something my husband taught me after having the common misperception for almost 10 years. I'm so happy he did, but it still blows my mind. Extreme example here, but hence why male rape by women is actually a thing. Our bodies may like the feeling, but we can just turn off our boners. To quote my religion teacher, it's a subject here. You could start wanking your friend over there, and he will certainly come. Though he probably won't remotely enjoy it. It's just mechanics. I love that man. The teacher or the friend you just wanked? Not my proudest moment, but the first time I saw my first BF ejaculate I giggled and said, Volcano, and was way too happy. Ex-boyfriend was confused. First time I ever gave a BJ, I was holding my boyfriend's dick and I leaned down and got really close and gently tapped on the head like a mic and said, is this thing on? We both laughed about it and it definitely helped calm my nerves about my first time lol. I had a very incomplete sex education, so I was surprised to see that the balls were underneath the penis, not on top at the base. Mayo sucks that you only found out after seeing one. AAAH. What? Question mark? Why aren't they on top of it? They should be. Question mark? I think so. Why does this thread feel like one big sleepover party? Isn't Reddit just one big sleepover party? Mom, can you pick me up? How goofy it looks when flaccid. Like it's just this weird stretchy knob hanging out between your legs. How can that not feel weird when you walk? How do you walk and not squish everything between your thighs with every step? Still blows my mind a little when I stop to think about it, because it's technically not between the legs. It lies anteriorly at the lower abdomen. Also, the sensations are not generated while walking because the tactile receptors get desensitized by the touch of our thigh skin. That's a general property of receptors. The problem are balls getting squished between fat thighs while sitting in a tight spot. Isn't there some kind of bra for them that keeps them out of the way and unlikely to get squashed? You might be onto something here. If only there was some sort of clothing I could wear under my clothing that kept it steady. I used to think that penises were shaped like a snowman. The phrase "hit and the balls" led me to believe that. I was a little surprised to see that wasn't the case. The phrase "hit and the balls" led me to believe that. Explain. A snowman is 3 balls of snow staked on top of each other. So I thought when guys talked about getting hit in the balls meant that they had actual balls for a penis. May I ask how old you were when you realized that that wasn't the case? I saw a picture of a penis when I was around 9 or 10. Definitely more on the silly side. But when I was 15 and took a trip to NYC, we went to a couple of museums. From internet usage and health class I knew what penises look like in a drawn aspect. But suddenly seeing these nude marble statues with the 3D genitalia, I was a little taken aback. I remember leaning over to my mom and whisper asking her if that's what they really looked like. Pretty sure she laughed at me. The first time I saw a penis in the flesh, I suppose you could say, was at a Body Worlds exhibit, and it was flayed, scarred for life. The way the hard part stayed put but the skin moved around it. I don't know how else to describe it. I was 15 Mayo. Edit. I was actually 14. 15 is when I lost my virginity. Kinda like your elbow emo, though not quite as hard, and hopefully more sensitive. I didn't know they could get hard to the point of being painful. Edit. Opinions on whether or not this happens seem to be divided. I don't have a penis so I wouldn't know. But I guess I didn't mean painful as in a stabbing or insufferable pain, but more like a sore muscle or aching of sort. I know it sometimes happens to my boyfriend where he'll be really hard and would tell me it's kind of uncomfortable painful. And no, he never tells me so I would get him off. He says it matter-of-factly. It is similar feeling as if you stretch your arm and clench the muscles. But since penis is more sensitive, you feel it more. That sounds so annoying. Loudly crying face. It depends on what happens after it does that. I thought it would be slimy for some reason, so I was pleasantly surprised. I was very young. I can see that coming from a young person. Vaginas get slimy when they're aroused. Stands to reason other genitals would too if you don't know how other genitals work. Softness. I don't know what I expected honestly. How it looked so unappealing soft, but was instantly sexy when hard. A guy friend once casually changed in front of me and I could just see it dangling softly. Having a hard time imagining it dangling hardly. Imagine a broken dick. No. My first boyfriend was big. Bigger than I've ever seen outside of porn. I'm pretty small and he tried not to hurt me but didn't really know how. Next guy was really small and kind of a jerk about it. Then I found my husband and his Goldilocks dick and lived happily ever after. Red heart. Ah yes, the coveted Goldilocks dick. IDK. I'm so afraid I'm gonna break it. LOL. I've only been intimate with my current partner and we're long distance, so I haven't had a ton of experience, but I always feel like I'm gonna break it. It seems so fragile. Still have some negative stuff in my brain about sex from a conservative upbringing, so I get nervous and awkward sometimes. LOL. Also whiskey dick. Didn't know that was a thing and it's a huge bummer. LOL. When I see him, he's on vacation and wants to relax and drink a bit, but just a bit, and he's out of commission for the evening and I get like an average of a week a year with him, so it sucks. Haha. They're sensitive, not fragile. As long as you're not doing anything ridiculous, like punching, kicking, biting, bending in half, then you'll be fine. I can assure you, it's more enjoyable for everyone involved if you stop worrying about something that isn't going to happen. Me a virgin scrolling through the comments. Don't worry, so 99% of the other guys on here 100% cause sex isn't real and women are a conspiracy made up by the government. Just like birds. Birds? The hell is a bird? The way the skin is slack and slides up and down the shaft, and this is what you're supposed to do when giving a handy shandy. I always thought that you were supposed to run your hand over the skin and the friction between the penis and your hand was what pleasured the guy. I now imagine that would be quite painful. Yeah, the couple of girls who gave me their first hand job just stroked it like they were trying to give me an Indian burn. First time I saw a grown man's penis was in high school. My friend and I attended an adult figure drawing class. When we explained to our art teacher the following day that the model's penis was moving around and dripping the entire time, he was livid. We didn't realize that this wasn't normal because none of the adults in the class said anything about it, and just acted like that was the norm. He, 50M, stared at my friend and I, 17F, the entire time. How much it reminded me of a vagina but sticking out and not naturally wet. I mean, it's literally that. Exactly, but when I was in school, it's not like they said, hey, a penis is just about the same as a vagina. You don't know until you know. I was surprised to find out that I was a lesbian. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.